What's up, everybody? It is currently 2:30 in the afternoon.
Keep your eyes on me, apply that.
Now, what's up? How's everybody doing on this lovely Sunday? Sorry about that, I was on TikTok. But I hope everybody's doing great on this lovely Sunday. In today's video, it's going to be a little bit different. I actually want to introduce this new series to my channel. It's going to be called Watch and Listen, or whatever it's going to be called. I don't know yet. I actually want y'all to let me know. So basically, for those that do not know, I am a nail technician. I work inside of a Walmart. Because I work in a Walmart, there's so many crazy customers I have to deal with. There's so much stuff that I witness. There's so much stuff that I see that it's like just crazy and just crazy. So I wanted to make this series so that I can, while y'all watch me do nails, I can talk about some of the stories and some of the stuff that I do see in Walmart. I think it'll be something funny and something different for my channel, since I really haven't incorporated nails in my channel since my nail room tour. So yeah, just let me know how you guys like this series. As you can see by the title, this is gonna be on my one of my most annoying customers, like one of my worst customers that I have had up to date. So yeah, just stay tuned. I'm not gonna talk too much. Like always, my nail Instagram and my personal Instagram will be in the description. Like I said, if you have any comments for the video, if you have any questions, just comment it below. I will respond to them. And yeah, let's get into this video. What's up, everybody? In today's story time video, we're going to be talking about one of the worst clients I have ever had up until this date. And I say one of the worst because I feel like the situation could have gone completely worse. It could have gone a lot worse than it did, but luckily it did not. But she still was annoying as hell, if you ask me. Now this day, honestly, it started off like a normal ass day at the nail salon. Like I said, we inside Walmart, so it's a slow day just because it is closer to the winter, so it does slow down. So I'm chilling, I'm in there on my phone, I'm watching some Bailey Syrian. I was on YouTube with my AirPods in. I love her. And I noticed that a customer came in. Now this wasn't just any customer to me. She stood out because she works next door to me. And if you don't know, a lot of Walmart nail salons next door to them, it's like a Seva, and it's basically like a lash and brow place. So I had noticed that this girl was in there before, and what made me notice her is because she was black, like me. And I had never seen no black people over there working there since I had been at the nail salon for like 3 years. So I saw her come over, and I'm like, okay, you know, this is the girl that worked next door. Like, this is cool. Like, I hope she like her service or whatever. So I'm just being nosy at this point. She comes in. I remember she asked she wanted a French full set, and then she wanted a pedicure with French too. And I didn't do any of her services. I'll go ahead and say I didn't do any of her services this day. But I did observe, you know, like pretty much how her demeanor was. Because I wanted to know, like, was she cool or was she like, I don't know, like, was she rude or whatever the case may be. So she ends up getting service. I see that, you know, two people was like working on her at the same time. She ends up getting service. But keep this in mind, y'all. She did end up leaving without getting French on her hand. She just got the nude powder that we do for the French. So I guess she ended up changing her mind and getting that instead. And that's gonna be important. So she pays her money. Keep in mind, she spends about $80 that day, and then she leaves. So I'm thinking shit's sweet, you know. I barely got to talk to her. She seemed like she was cool, and then that was that. Now the next day, I noticed that she comes back. So I'm thinking it's an issue. Like when she come back, I'm thinking it was an issue with her service. No, she comes back and she's like, I just want a polish change. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you know, she not one of them type of people. She just want a polish change. And I'm like, you know, she just was here, so maybe she didn't like the color or whatever. So of course it's my turn. So I'm low-key kind of excited. Like I said, I had never met no black person that worked next to us in a brow place like that. Not in a Walmart. Like, I just never seen that before. And I was like, since I was the only black girl that's working in this shop, I thought we can kind of bond over that, I guess. So she comes, she sits down at my table. Off rip, she's being kind of like she has this kind of like bougie aura around her. And I hate judging people off of stuff like that, but I feel like you can tell people's energy like just by being around them sometimes. And that's kind of what I was getting from her. But I'm like, you know, I push it aside. She sat down, she was like, I want a polish change. She was like, I want to do French. And I was like, okay, you know, I didn't remember her saying that yet, like yesterday, like when she came before, but I didn't ask too much about it, because, you know, we just started talking like about like where she was from, and we just get into conversation. Now, one thing I started to notice as I'm talking to her, she was like humbly bragging about like I guess her credentials or whatever, which is fine to it's fine to brag, I guess, to show off if you want to, but like she was like shutting down the stuff that I was saying. Like she was asking me, she was like, you just got out of school? And I'm like, no, like I've been out of school for a few years. I've been working here for several years. And she was like, okay, I could have did nails if I wanted to, but honestly, I like that. And I wasn't liking that because I'm like, girl, I don't give a fuck. Like honestly, I don't care. So it's like, I'm like, why is she like bragging when that's not even what this is about? So once I kind of picked that up, I was just like, you know what, let me just do her nails and let her talk. So I was letting her talk. She was talking about how she was like doing makeup and stuff too, and how she had all these side hustles. I was like, okay, yeah, do you. I was like, be like, oh yeah, that's great. That's, because I'm trying to support. But by the time we got done with the service, I was kind of irritated at the fact of doing her nails anyway. So we finished the service, and she's like, how much? Now keep in mind, when you come into the nail salon, there's a big ass poster that has all the prices on it in case you don't know the price. Then on top of the desk, there's price sheets too. Then on top of that, on individual stations, there are price sheets. So it's like, I don't understand why you wouldn't know the price. I just don't understand it. So she asked me how much it was, and I told her, I said, usually for a polish change in French, it's 25. And she was like, 25? And I said, well, let me just be sure. And I'm gonna ask them. Because I didn't want to charge her 25 because she had just came the next day. So I was like, I kind of want to throw her a little discount, because she just came. So I was like, $5 off is not going to be, it's not going to hurt me too much, So I had asked them. Now keep in mind, I have been working here for several years. So I do know how to speak a little bit of Vietnamese, and I do understand Vietnamese. So I had asked them in Vietnamese, asked them how much, and they told me 25. So I told them, I was like, she came yesterday. They was like, yeah, but it's still 25. So now we're speaking in English, and I turned to her and I said, it's gonna be 20. And she was like, 20? And I said, yeah, it's gonna be 20. And she was like, all right. So she gets up and pays it, and I could tell that she was already irritated with the price, but she didn't say nothing. So I was like, she probably was like, oh, I'm not coming back here again, or whatever the case may be, but she still paid it, and then she left. So I'm thinking like, okay. So the owner made a comment. She was like, she didn't want to pay the 20, she didn't want to pay 25. You gave her a discount. I said, yeah, I know, but some people, whatever the case may be, they just don't want to pay the money. It's cool. It happens all the time. Like, we in Walmart. So I thought nothing of it. So I sit back down. Like I said, I was watching YouTube on my phone. I started watching my little YouTube videos, and then I hear a voice in the background, and it's the girl's voice. And I think I'm tripping because I'm like, ain't no way I hear this girl's voice again. I look up, and she's arguing with the owner at the front desk, like the receptionist desk. And she's like, why should I have to pay $20? I need my money back. I just came here yesterday and spent $80, and I just spent $20 just now. I just spent over $100 with y'all. And I'm like, the math ain't mathing. If you spent $80 yesterday and $20 today, you didn't spend over $100. You spent exactly $100. So I'm like, what are you talking about? But I noticed that the owner, she's from Thailand. So her English is not that well. Keep in mind, everybody in the shop is of some type of Asian culture. So a lot of times their English they're not very well. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there. The people that I work with, they don't have the best English. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just go up there and I'm gonna like try to diffuse the situation. So I go up there, being only American, I go up there and I'm like, what seems to be the problem? I'm keeping a nice attitude. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be like patient, I guess, with this lady. So I'm like, what seems to be the problem? And she's like, the problem is I just spent $20 on a polish change. I said, yes, we originally charged $25 for the polish change with the French, but because you came yesterday, I figured I'd give you a discount, so you only paid $20. And she was like, but that's still $20. I said, yeah, that's how much we charge. I mean, like, you don't go and buy groceries and then they tell you how much it is and you like, what? I gotta spend this much for my groceries? Either you get it or you put it back. Like, it's not that serious. So I'm like, yeah, that's how much we charge for a polish change. So she goes to the menu and she's like, well, right here it says $10. I said, that's for regular polish. You have gel polish. And then she goes and points to regular gel polish. And she said, right here it says $18. I said, that's for your natural nails. And she said, well, these might as well be my natural nails. And right there, I'm like, are you stupid or are you stupid? I didn't say that, but I'm just like, but they're not though. Like I just told her, but they're not. It's simple as that. They're not your natural nails. So what? Like, what do you want to do? And she was like, wow, that's how y'all treat people? Wow, y'all really make me pay $20, this and this and this. And keep in mind, $18 and $20, it's only a $2 difference. If you wanted the $2, you should have just said that. You should have just said that, honey. But nevertheless, she started saying that, oh, that's how y'all treat people. That's how y'all do people. Y'all gonna take somebody money. And I'm like, okay. I'm just sitting there. We just sitting there looking at her like, okay. And then she's like, so what are y'all? Y'all, what are y'all? Vietnamese, Asian? What is y'all? Chinese? And I'm like, I'm black. I'm black. They're Vietnamese. And she said, okay. And then she walks out and leaves. So after she leaves, of course the owner, she's like, you know, thank you for coming up here and trying to like handle the situation because my English is not that good. And I'm like, I got you, girl. Like, I don't really know how this go. I know your English is not that well. And she started laughing because she was like, it seemed like she just want her money back. So, you know, I feel like she's going to be a problem. And I was just like, well, she's gone now, so maybe it's okay. So I was like, okay. So no, nobody think nothing of it. They just, maybe they talking about it amongst themselves. And I just went back to my station, put my headphones back in, and try to continue watching the video that I'm watching. And then once again, I hear this girl voice. I'm like, I know she did not come back. Yes, y'all, she came back again. I'm like, what do you want, you fucking roach? So she came back and she's like, and then the quality of the service wasn't even good. You're charging me $20 for this? And I'm like, girl, if it wasn't good, you should have said it the first time. In my mind, I'm just like, you just trying to get your money back. And you trying to do anything and everything you can to try to get your money back. Because you think that complaining is going to get you that. And it's not, because we don't do refunds. So literally, she's sitting up at the front desk like, she can't even finish a full sentence. She's sitting up at the front desk and it's like, my nails just, the polish is, like, you're not even completing your sentences, sis. What's the issue? So it's like she continues to do that, and the owner is like, okay, well, if there's an issue with the quality of the service, the technician can fix it for you for free. And she was like, so I'm not getting my money back? No, you're not getting your money back. I don't know why you keep thinking that you're getting your money back. It's only $20. So it's just like, I don't get it. So she comes to my table, and I'm like, I put on my little polite voice. I'm like, how can I help you? And she's like, I don't like how you did the nails. And I said, well, what seems to be the problem? I can fix them for you. And she was like, I just can't, can I get my money back, or are you going to charge me to fix them? I said, I'm not going to charge you to fix them. Fixing them is free because that's my mistake. So I said, so what would you like me to fix? And then she starts staring at her nails. Like, as if she's thinking. And I'm like, you know, if your nails are messed up and if you don't like something about them, you know exactly what you don't like about them, sis. So why are you staring at your nails and you drawing blanks? What's wrong with the nails? So literally, she's standing there. She's like, I don't know. I just don't like the way it's like, it's not cylindrical. And it's like, I said, okay, clearly, like, in my mind, I'm like, clearly she's making up shit because she thinks that she's going to get her money back. And she thinks that she's pretty much going to bully them here so that they can just be like, you know what, I don't want to deal with it. Let's just give her $20 back. And that's not the case. Not with me. Not while I'm here. So I'm like, okay, I said, have a seat. We can fix them. And then I was like going to take off, I put cut on my drill, and I was going to file off the polish. And she was like, no, you don't got to file off the polish, just paint over it. So right there, I'm seeing that, okay, you don't really care about the quality of your nails. The only reason why you came in here was to get your money back. Because anybody that literally has an issue with the quality, they're not going to tell you to just paint over it. They want you to redo it so that it can look nice. If I paint over it, it's going to look like shit. So I'm like, clearly, that's not even why you came in here. So I'm like, okay. I told her that it'll look better if I take it off. But she was like, but no, I don't have time for all that. I got to go back to work. I'm on my lunch break or whatever. I'm next door, yada, yada. And I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. Customer's always right. Whatever you want, I got you, baby. So I started polishing it on, and she's talking under her breath. So this is where I started getting irritated, because she's mumbling under her breath. She's like, you know, I just hate this. Like, who does that? If I order something from Amazon and Amazon ain't bringing it to Amazon. I'm like, girl, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I'm not saying this, but I'm thinking, like, why is she talking about Amazon? This is a nail salon. So she's just mumbling. And then this is the part that pissed me off. after she was talking all that nonsense under her breath, she goes and says, see, this is exactly why I don't be trying to support black people. Because it's the first time I try to come to the black girl, she fucked my nails up. And this is exactly why you don't be seeing black people inside nail salons now. And this and this and this. And just talking crazy, y'all. Just talking crazy. So I look up to her and I said, ma'am, I promise you I don't care. I promise. And she's staring at me and then she just go quiet. So now we're sitting up here quiet. And I'm doing her nails and I finished polishing them. But now before I put them under the gel light, I was like, okay, I'm gonna make sure she like it because I don't need her coming back again. So I show her and she's like, this is brown. Keep in mind, I'm using white gel polish. And I'm just doing the same exact thing I did before. She told me, this is brown. How is this brown? I didn't even cure it. I didn't even do nothing yet. I just polished it on there. She told me it's brown. So I said, okay. I looked at the girl next to me, which is a Mexican girl. And she was like, I said, is this brown to you? And she said, brown? No, I'm confused. And I said, me too. So I looked back at the girl and I'm just looking at her. I said, brown? And she was like, it's whatever, it's fine. Girl, you're trying to create problems. I don't know why you're trying to create problems with me. And it's like, I have patience, but it's like, it's really, really wearing thin. And I'm trying not to go off on her. So it's just like, she cured her nails. I go ahead and put the top coat on there. She's still looking at them hella close and looking at them from all type of angles. I'm like, girl, if you cared this much, you would have let me redo the whole thing. But clearly, no. Don't try to find an issue and then try to get your money back because it's not happening. So I finish it off and then she leaves again. I'm like, okay, this is done. We're not going to have to deal with her. This is over with. I literally did the same exact thing I did the first time. So I don't know what fuck she was talking about. So I'm like, okay. I go back to watching my video again. And this time, you know, I got my head down a little bit because I'm kind of like, I'm mentally drained from this girl. Like, she was just irritating me. So she leaves. The owner comes over again. She's laughing. She's like, what does she want this time? What is she talking about? This and this. And I'm like, girl, I do not know. I just want to watch my video, please. Cause mine is slow too. So it's not like she's necessarily taking up my time so that I can't have other customers because it's slow. So it's like nobody's coming in during the time of her doing this, but there is people already in the salon. So when she left that time, people was like, the customers was like, you know, she's doing too much and she's just trying to get her money back. A lot of the customers were saying, well, she's just trying to get her money back. That's why she was complaining. And I'm like, I already know what she's trying to do and it's not gonna work. So even the people in the shop was laughing at her. So then, you know, everything kind of goes back to normal. Some people, they was leaving, getting their services. I went back to watching my video. I look up, and guess who's in front of me? The girl. She had came back into the salon. She's standing in front of me. And this time I didn't hear her come in because I had both of my AirPods in. So I take them out, and at this point, I'm like, what? Just like that, what? She's like, my boss don't like him. Huh? Your boss don't like your nails? Sis, why are you telling me this? Did your boss give you the $20 to get your nails done? Or did you get the $20 to get your nails done? Why does it matter if your boss don't like your nails? I'm so confused. So I'm like, okay. And she said, yeah, my boss don't like my nails. So I literally had the most confused look on my face I've ever had in my life. I'm just like, what do you want me to do? Like, where do we go from this point? I'm like, your boss. And keep in mind, I know her boss. So I'm like, your boss don't like your nails? I said, your boss is not there. She told me something, oh, you know him? Yes, I know him. Oh, I mean the manager don't like it. In my mind, it took everything in me to just be like, girl, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, like, please. So I'm like, I just asked her, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do with this information? She said, well, can you at least just put clear on my nails? Just put another layer of clear? What is that gonna do? Y'all, what would that have done? Like, what does that do? It's clear. It's not like it's gonna change the color. It's not gonna change the shape. It's not gonna change anything. It's just clear. I'm putting clear on your nail. It's like, what? So confused, y'all. I just put clear on the tip. I just put clear on all over the nails. And I'm just like, okay. And she leaves. She's like, okay, thank you. And she leaves again. I ain't never seen that girl again. I ain't never seen her in that shop again. But, like I said, I'm glad I don't ever have to deal with that again with that person. I hope y'all liked today's story time. Like I said, it's gonna be plenty more of these. I'm gonna try to push them out either on Wednesdays and make it like a little WW series, Walmart Wednesdays. But just let me know in the comments of what y'all want it to be, what days y'all want it to be, some names I can name the series. So yeah, let me know. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.